Gene Segura, who, by the way, has only, for the most part, as guys that play every day and have played every day since the season started, he's only been your best hitter as far as your batting average is concerned throughout the entire season. So Gene Segura steps to the plate. Wouldn't you know it? RBI single. Phillies take care of business as far as that goes. They tie things up at 2 runs apiece. Then things really get spicy in the 10th inning. I don't know what JT Realmuto was doing. He was in the game at the time, I believe, because he was supposed to be playing first base. He had an error at first base. But he gets up to the plate. Or he gets on base, rather. He's on second. Garrett Stubbs steps to the plate again, hits a inside-out pitch, just hit it off the knuckles, basically, to shortstop. JT Realmuto's on second. He watches the throw to first and decides to take third, which he does. A risk, definitely a risk, but he takes third and then thinks the ball gets away from Trey Turner at third base. And instead of staying at third, he then starts to make a pursuit to home plate. Dusty Wathan, third base coach, is yelling at JT Realmuto. Great heads-up player, great ball player. Not throughout this year, but for the most part. As far as thinking things through, as far as never spacing out, JT Realmuto is a pretty damn good ball player. I guess he assumes that the ball is in left field, and he gets up and he starts going for home, takes a couple steps, realizes his grave error, tries to dive back to third, gets tagged out. So now the Phillies are in a real pickle here. They're in the 10th inning. They go down to their final out. Roman Quinn, of all people, steps to the plate, gets a hit, put runners on third and second with 2 outs. Alec Boehm steps into play. So Roman Quinn's basically got to come up big for you here. He gets to second base. Stubbs gets to third. Alec Boehm steps to the plate with 2 outs, and you're down a run. Boehm takes a pitch outside by about 2 or 3 inches. For the vast majority of that, he does it with 2 strikes. For the vast majority of that game, that pitch was a strike. Zach Eflin was masterful. We'll get to him, but it was a rather expanded strike zone for both batters, both pitchers, I should say, yesterday. Alec Boehm steps to the plate, takes that pitch with 2 strikes. I believe it was the very next pitch, low and outside, so definitely a ball. Boehm still at this point now decides to protect the plate, throws the barrel of the bat out there over the plate, hits a little bouncing ball to second base. Max Muncy, hell of a ball player, who bobbles it. Roman Quinn, fastest man alive, scores from second base. So 2-run score on this error by Max Muncy. Phillies win the game. If you missed that game, it's worth going back and checking it out, because there were multiple points where I just thought this was going to be another game where a Phillies starting pitcher is dominant, more or less. Only allowed 2 runs, Zach Eflin, over his 7 innings of work yesterday. Struck out 12, a career high, walked 2. I thought it was going to be another dominant outing by a starting pitcher for the Phillies that got no run support whatsoever from this lineup. And in the 9th inning, it all changed. They used every out, every chance they could get to try to score runs. Whatever it was, they squeezed a win out of this slightly damp rag to be able to avoid the sweep at the hands of the LA Dodgers.